Hi everyone, welcome back to another episode of the fifth set. Today I have something slightly different for you guys. I've been testing out this ball machine called the Pongbot Pace S Pro. And when I say it's completely transformed the way I've been training and also just approaching my tennis game in terms of how I want to improve, it's been a game changer. Because look at this. This mobile app for this product has programmed drills that you can just go right into and just select and start training. And if you don't want to do that, you can make your own custom drill and sequence up to 40 balls how you want. Or you can use this community tab to look at what other users are doing, what drills they've saved, check it out and go straight into it. So you can actually select one of these drills, look at the sequence of the balls and just get going. So let's do exactly that. Let me just put some balls into the machine and let me take you through one of these community drills because I love this feature. So we're gonna do this kind of baseline drill moving right to left. Great drill to start with as I want to work on my feel ahead of my match or training session. So let's see how I do. The Pongbot is a really advanced machine compared to other ball machines on the market. So that was a wonky forehand, a much better backhand, and there we go. We are up and running, and the feed is so consistent. You can see how well it feeds the ball consistently to its spot, and it just gives me the chance to work on constant repetition that sometimes as recreational players we don't make the time to do. And I've loved getting into the habit of using my Pongbot to prep before tournament matches or just even hits, because it really lets me warm up and work on any weaknesses I have in my game. And as you can see, I am missing a couple shots here and there, so definitely a lot for me to work on because that was a bad forehand. Had to resort to a backhand slice there and then getting back into it. But this drill, for example, not only is it good to work on your ground strokes, you can clearly see that this would be a great cardio drill. Now, I didn't have 150 balls to put in there, but you could actually if you wanted to. But now, let's say I wanted to work on something else. One of my weaknesses is the overhead. So I found an overhead drill on the app. I click try, and we are up and running. Now, as I do this overhead drill, I want to talk to you about the Pongbot in more detail. So if you go to their website, you can see what the product actually looks like and some of the really cool features. What sets the Pongbot apart is it has this AI-powered training mechanism where if you wear these sensors, it knows where you are on the court and can mimic adaptive rallies, recovery triggers by following you around and basically then adjusting how it feeds the ball to you. And like I said, you can have a remote or the phone app. My remote ran out of battery, so I'm doing everything off the phone today, which I think is probably how most of you will use it. And also, you can put the Pongbot in 6 different locations on the court, and depending on that, customize your drills accordingly, or the pre-programmed drills will be different, of which there are 564 pre-programmed drills, either classic drills or broken down by your level of tennis, your NTRP level. So here you can see in writing on the website a little bit more detail about how all of this works, and you can see that massive discount. So for this November, there's a huge discount. So if you want to pick up the Pongbot, now is the time to do it. Use the link in the caption below to use my affiliate code, and you will get not only an additional 5% off, but it would also help me earn a small commission in full transparency, and therefore it helps support the channel. But now let's go into some inside out forehands and cross-court backhands while I show you a little bit more. So here's some more details about the precision movement tracking and that sensor that you put on yourself and on the net cord, and therefore you can then mimic these realistic match challenges. Now, I've used ball machines in the past, but they're pretty static. They don't have this level of capability or features or the ability to move by themselves to feed you up to 40 different balls in a row, to feed you overheads. I mean, that is just not really that common for ball machines on the market. but they'll cost a very similar amount, if not more. And that's why I think the Pongbot, for me, was a great addition to my training routine. Now let's keep playing around with this. I want to go to the net. So I actually typed in volley in the search bar and got a ton of volleying drills. And this one looks simple, right? Right at you in the middle. How hard could it be? Turns out this drill was programmed where the balls were pretty quick. So the interval in between the volleys wasn't as long as I thought it would be. And there you go. I'm already slightly caught off guard and then had to work on my volleys and my reaction time. And here you can see that the Pongbot can hold 150 balls with 8 hours of battery. You also have a paddle version, but let's not talk about that. And you can use it on any court surface, which of course for us tennis players is very important. Now there are two models. There's the Pace S Pro and the Pace S. The Pro has more of the smart features I've talked about so far. And of course, as you look through this table, there are some other minor differences. But that's really up to you as to which model makes sense. I am using the Pro in this video. And then my hitting partner and my physio, Darren, showed up. So listen, he's my physio, so I can't skip doing a warm-up, which is funny because I've already been playing for ages with the machine and now I'm doing the warm-up afterwards. But you know, for optics, I gotta not get in trouble with my physio. So we did a quick warm-up here with some of the bands, and I'm actually thinking in a couple new episodes I might do tennis-inspired warm-ups and workouts. So if that's of interest, let me know in the comments, because Darren's a great guy and he's an expert in this, so he helps me out a lot, and I can actually share with you guys the expertise he shares with me when we play and we train and the things I do off the court. So slight sidebar there, but if that is of interest, please let me know. But what was fun about Darren showing up is that I got to put him to the test. And before I do that, I'll quickly show you the recovery sensors that I spoke about. So there's the remote, and then you have the actual sensors that when we talk about that adaptive rally and recovery trigger based on your position, this is how you would do it. You'd clip one on yourself and you'd clip the other two on the net cords on either side of the net. And then that smart feature of the Pro model can be leveraged. But in the interest of time, I won't show you that in this video. I will show you Darren warming up. So this was fun because I actually got to see kind of how would somebody else fare, and he wanted to work on his forehand first and foremost. So this was great because if you come out with a hitting partner, one person can kind of proactively collect the balls, but also you have somebody else watching you do the drill and giving you some feedback. So the feedback I had for Darren on the forehand side and now on the backhand side is going to be the same. He doesn't play usually with enough topspin and net clearance. So here I was just looking objectively from a different angle and trying to give him that advice. So it's actually something that you can even use and alternate with a friend or a hitting partner. And honestly, this machine is just great. I'll give you a quick close-up here. You see the power button, the connectivity button, and I'm only using 20 balls, that's all I had, but 150 balls you could use. And then we went into just playing, and you'll see immediately off, just warming up with the machine, we already felt so great in terms of our timing and our ability to strike the ball. So this is pretty good for me personally, right? For my level of tennis, this was a good warm-up rally. I usually would have started a lot colder than this. So even being able to replicate this level, I do credit just training with the Pongbot machine ahead of time. And that's why it's been so fun to slowly add this to my routine. The machine itself, I will say, is very portable. It's a little bit heavy, but because it basically can, you can almost move it like roll along luggage. I don't have a car. I walk 10 minutes to the club on the street, and I've rolled it to the club and back home every time, no issue. So if portability or transport is of concern, do not worry. The Pongbot setup absolutely has you covered. Like I said, I don't own a car and I'm totally fine. And listen, if you guys have any comments or you want any specific questions answered, please let me know. I've used a couple ball machines and so far this is absolutely my favorite, but I know we all use products in different ways. So maybe I haven't spoken about something today or highlighted a feature in these 10 minutes, but just drop me a question, a comment. And like I said, the best way to support the channel is that if you were in the market for a ball machine and the Pongbot might be the one for you, then please use my affiliate link in the caption and use my discount code, because now is the time to buy. It's naturally 40% off, another 5% with my code, and that is a steal for a machine of this caliber. That's all for this video. I really hope you enjoyed this video. Slightly different, my first full review of a product. If you want more stuff like this and cool tennis tech, let me know, and I'll see you guys very soon.